Hello guys and welcome back. It's been a little while since we last covered Valheim, so today I'm going to quickly update you on everything we know about the next update, and whilst we're at it, I'm going to start a new save ready for the next release, which is coming sooner than you may think. Now, we all know that the next large update will be the Mistlands, and this has been talked about a fair bit over the past few months. But we've also received a lot of information about a new mountain biome update, which gives us new caves to explore, which are going to be more like dungeons. Now, this has been mentioned in a recent interview with Jade PG, and the devs have stated that it will be released hopefully within the next 2 weeks, which is just in time for the anniversary of the game's launch, which would make it Wednesday the 2nd of February. That being said, if you want to check out the update, make sure that you're in a world which hasn't been fully discovered, as it needs to be undiscovered on the map so that it can be generated so that we can discover it and actually play with them. It's the same with the tar pits in the plains in the Hearth and Home update. So, what do we know about this mountain biome update? Well, the mountains are getting caves which will be housing a new NPC. Interestingly, we've been given multiple screenshots where we can see a wolf head carving, as well as wolves carved out into the runestones. So we will no doubt see lupine creatures, which means we can expect more werewolves, wolves, and possibly a new creature, which I'm going to guess is the wolf cult member. After all, looking at the runestones, we can see people praying to the wolves, and opposite that wall, we can actually see what looks like the transformation of man to wolf on a full moon. Interestingly, could this also suggest that we ourselves could become afflicted and become a werewolf in-game? And if that's the case, I ask you, is this something you want to see in-game? Though this is just a small update, I really hope that these caves are larger dungeons like the ones that we've seen prior in the Marshlands, rather than the small troll caves that we had in the Black Forest. Even better though, I would love the option to be able to build inside one of these caverns, but I doubt that will be the case judging from, well, the history of all the dungeons and caves in this game. Now, one point that I would like to add about this is that if we look at the original roadmap, it states that the Cult of the Wolf is the next update, if they're keeping to that. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is the next update and that cult members may be the NPC. And if we do get a new item drop, that also suggests that we may receive some new buildables as well, but don't expect that much. Moving away from the upcoming Mountains update, let's also look at what we know about the Mistlands, the next big update. Now, there isn't much information out there. We've only seen a couple of images, but it looks like they're tearing down those larger trees and sprawling cobwebs for a barren Mistland feel. Who knows if they'll add them back, but I for one am happy to see that the terrain is spider-free, at least for the time being. Does that mean that they're going to be adding something a bit more haunting? Perhaps more wraiths or something worse? That being said, this is just them experimenting on how the ground and terrain will look for the Mistlands, so they could be adding those trees and giant skeletons back later. But what do you think will come with the Mistlands? Also, I should mention that though we will have new creatures in the Mistlands, these won't be tameable. However, we may see some new tameable creatures in early biomes, such as the Black Forest or Meadows. Now, I'm still waiting for my horse, but I wouldn't mind some chickens or sheep either, you know. Finally though, there are a few other things worth mentioning. For example, drawbridges are now coming to the game. They were actually meant to be in Hearth and Home, but they were a bit buggy, so they've decided to push them back. And another thing, we may be receiving larger boats, but expect that to come with the sea update. These boats will hopefully be able to allow us to transport our loxes or maybe our wolves across the ocean to other lands. Anyway guys, that's all I have for you today, but if you do want to keep up to date with Valheim news, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be covering it a lot more now, and if you want to see me doing a little let's play of Valheim, building some nice little villages, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all of our amazing supporters, most notably our Solar Eclipse patrons, The Calamity, Cerebral Tag and James Irwin, as well as Jerry 2, as well as our Lunars, Dixie Chris and Lord of July, and our Blood Moon, Papa Snoozy. Anyway guys, until next time, as always, ciao for now.